Today, we're getting into a Premier League match that just completely defied logic. Seriously, it was a game that started with total dominance, but somehow ended in absolute chaos. So let's break down the anatomy of this 4-4 thriller. Right after the final whistle, you had pundits like Jamie Carragher calling it the best game of the season. But what exactly takes a high-scoring match and turns it into a true classic? Well, to really get this 4-4 draw, we've got to look past the scoreline and dig into the data.
You know, the funny thing is, the story of this chaotic game actually starts with complete control. To understand how it all fell apart, we have to look at Manchester United's first half, a performance so dominant it really should have been game over by halftime.
I mean, United came out of the gates just absolutely firing. In the first 45 minutes alone, they rattled off 17 shots on goal. That's the kind of offensive pressure that usually just suffocates an opponent right out of the game.
And listen, these weren't just hopeful long shots from way out. They were living inside Bournemouth's box. They had 30 touches in the penalty area, which ties the record for any team in a first half this entire season. They were absolutely swarming the goal. Okay, so now let's talk about the quality of those chances. Their non-penalty expected goals, or XG, which basically measures how likely any given shot is to become a goal, was 2.49. Now, to put that into perspective, based on the chances they created, they should have scored at least 2, maybe 3 goals. It's the second highest XG any team has recorded in a first half all season. Statistically, the game should have been done and dusted.
So, after all that pressure, all those chances, United were only leading 2-1 at the break. But still, with stats like these, the win felt inevitable. The only real question seemed to be how many more they'd score. But then, the second half happened.
Yeah, the second half was a complete 180. What we saw was just an explosion of attacking football. 6 goals flew into the back of the net in a frantic 38-minute period that just turned the entire game completely on its head.
Just look at this timeline. It shows the sheer chaos, right? Bournemouth equalizes right after the restart. Then, bam, they take the lead. United storms back, scoring twice in just 2 minutes to go 4-3 up. And just when you think, okay, that's it, Bournemouth levels it again. The lead changed hands twice in a flurry in action that left everyone completely breathless.
So, how do you even start to process a result like that? Well, as you can probably guess, the two managers had very different and, honestly, very telling takes on the beautiful mess that unfolded.
For United's manager, Ruben Amorim, the feeling was just simple frustration. He saw it as 2 points completely thrown away, and he was focused on his team's failure to just kill the game off when they had every chance to. For him, this was the story of a win that just got away.
Meanwhile, in the other dugout, Bournemouth manager Andoni Iraola's reaction was a perfect mirror of the match itself. Just pure chaos. He admitted that at different points he thought they were going to lose. Then he thought they might actually win it, and even at the very end he felt they could have snatched it. His confusion pretty much captured how everyone watching felt.
So, beyond that unbelievable scoreline, this match produced some truly remarkable stats, and even made a little bit of Premier League history along the way.
This wasn't just some wild game, it was historically wild. I mean, think about this. Bournemouth became the first team ever to score 3 or more goals in 3 straight away games at Old Trafford. And United? They became the first team in months to lead 3 different times in a game and still not win. These aren't just little quirks, you know? They're records.
And really, this is the central story of the match, isn't it? The expectation, based on that record-breaking first half, was a comfortable, easy United win. The reality was a chaotic 4-4 draw, where United gave up the lead 3 separate times. It was just a perfect storm of statistical dominance crashing head-on into total on-field mayhem.
In the end, what else can you say? Pundits like Gary Neville, I think, summed it up perfectly. It was just pure, unpredictable entertainment. Absolute madness. Yeah, that really is the only way to describe a game that just refused to follow any kind of script. So it really leaves us with one final question to think about. What was this game really? Was it a showcase of brilliant attacking flair and a never-say-die spirit? Or was it just an exhibition of breathtakingly bad defensive chaos? The truth is, it was probably both, and that's exactly what made it an instant classic.